Good morning. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be doing a flow around taking up space. So maybe check around your mat, make sure that you have room to move, and we'll meet in an easy seat. Taking time to settle in to your space. Maybe today, if you're sitting with crossed legs, maybe you try switching which leg is on top. And then maybe moving your body out of the way to connect your sits bones to the floor. Maybe your hands come to the tops of your knees. And then maybe you allow your eyes to begin to flutter closed. Maybe they stay on a point on the floor in front of you, or maybe they come all the way to a close. Allowing the ears to drop away from the shoulders. Allowing our attention to come to the top of the head, scanning down through the body. Are there any areas that I can relax? Are there any areas asking for attention? Maybe one hand comes on your abdomen, one hand comes on the chest. Taking a deep breath in. Can you make your lower hand move with each breath? In and out and in. Can you make this next breath slightly longer than the last one? And on this next one, maybe even a little bit longer. Throughout this practice, I'd like to invite you to check in with your body. Am I breathing? And am I holding anything that I can release? Maybe it's the shoulders. Maybe it's the hips. Maybe it's the legs. Can I drop my shoulders a little bit more away from my ears. Hands can come to the top of the knees. Maybe your eyes begin to flutter open. Maybe you keep them closed for another few minutes. We're going to stretch the left hand or arm out to your left. Right hand's going to come on top of the head, gently resting. We're going to guide the right ear towards the right shoulder, not pulling, not adding weight, just guiding. Inhale, bringing the head back to center. We're going to turn the head to a 45-degree angle towards the armpit. The hand is going to guide the chin down. Again, we're not pulling, just guiding. Inhale, rise up, come back to center, and give your shoulders a roll. Inhaling them up, exhaling back and down. Inhaling up, exhaling back and down. Inhale, exhale. Now reverse the roll, coming back with our inhale, exhaling forward, inhaling up, exhaling forward. One more. And release. Shake it out if you need to. And then we're going to move our right hand out to the side on the mat. Left hand is going to come to the top of the head. We're going to guide the left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhaling to center, turning the head again to a 45-degree angle towards our left armpit. Hand guides the head down, exhale. Inhale, rising up, coming back to center. We're going to roll the shoulders out again, inhaling up. Maybe this time you start inhaling from the back forward. Exhale, drop it down. And reverse it. Inhaling forward, exhaling back and down. Feel free to make this as dynamic or as minimal as you'd like. Maybe checking in with what your body is asking for today. And release. Maybe shake them out again. Just kind of moving back and forth. And then we'll do a few cat-cows. Hands come to the tops of the knees. We're going to inhale, coming forward, tipping the chin up, shoulders dropping away from the ears. And exhale, rounding back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Go ahead and move through 2 more of those at the pace of your own breath. Then coming back, settling into stillness. We're going to go ahead and stretch both legs out in front of us. Seated forward fold. We're going to rise up from the hips, coming straight up through the top of the head. Arms can come up or be grounded either way, tipping forward, hinging from the hips. Back is straight. Coming up through the top of the head. Maybe your hands come to rest beside you on the mat. Maybe they come to your shins. Maybe they come to your thighs, just not putting them right on your knee. Inhaling up. Go ahead and draw your right knee up to your chest. Give it a little hug. Maybe it comes to the side by your armpit, just bringing it up wherever it's comfortable. Maybe you rock back and forth for a minute. And then you're welcome to stay here, or you can guide your right foot over top of the leg. Both of these are beautiful places to be. And then we're going to hook that right knee with your left elbow, making sure before we twist that we are stretching all the way up from the hips through the top of the head. Right arm comes behind, and your gaze can stay here or it can follow the back shoulder. Exhale, come back to center. Beautiful. We're going to pick up this knee. We're going to bring it to the side so that it's parallel with the short edge of our mat. And we're going to bring our right knee closer to our bodies. Take a minute to settle in. We're making a kind of a 90-90. This shin is parallel with the long edge. This shin is parallel with the short. Take your time to arrive. And then once we are there, we're going to fold forward. Maybe you're on your Maybe you're on your elbows, coming in as far as your body is asking for today. Inhale, rising up. Unwind your legs, bring them both up in front of you. Beautiful. We're going to do a forward fold. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, folding forward. While we're here checking in with the shoulders, can I drop them away from the ears a little bit more? Inhale, rising up. We're going to draw the left knee up to our torso. Give it a little hug. Get settled into it. And then, if your body's asking for it, bring the left foot over top of the right leg. And then maybe you hug that left knee with your right elbow, sitting up nice and straight and tall through the crown of the head. Left hand plants behind or to the side. Inhaling, stretching up. Exhaling deeper into the twist. Inhaling back to center. We're going to take a minute and guide our knee that's bent over to the side. Coming in to have it going parallel with the short edge of the mat. And then bending that front knee. And then take a moment to adjust your body, getting it to the place that feels more right. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, inhaling, stretching up, exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, rising up. Beautiful, you guys. From here, we're just going to turn to face both of our knees on the mat. Stretching your legs out, maybe scooting back. And then we're going to bring them in so that they're folded, and we're gonna roll over our knees into tabletop. Maybe from here, we're gonna go back into downward facing dog. So take a minute to get comfortable in your downward facing dog. And I'm sorry, I'm saying downward facing dog, but I mean child's pose. Do what I do, not what I say, guys. Sorry. Child's pose. While you're in child's pose, thinking about stretching out the hands a little bit more, maybe inching them forward a little bit more on the mat. Maybe you take a moment to rock your head side to side, rubbing your forehead into the mat. Thinking, can I drop the shoulders a little bit more away from the ears? With this next inhale, we're going to lift our heads up, but keep our hands where they are. And then we're going to push up in our hands a little bit, just enough to make space underneath the left armpit to thread our right hand through. Coming in to a variation of thread the needle. Maybe the left hand stays planted on the mat in front of you. Maybe it comes behind you for a bind. Wherever you are, bringing that left hand to plant in front of you, pushing up through it. We're going to switch arms. So this time, putting the weight in the right hand, we're going to thread the left arm underneath the right armpit. Just checking in to see here. Does my body need a different variation on this side? If my body was asking for a bind on the other side, would it rather stay stretched out on this side? Or vice versa? Checking in with the breath. Wherever your right hand might be, take a moment to plant it on the mat. We're going to put our weight into it and push up, coming back into our full child's pose, relaxing the forehead on the ground. From here, we're going to push up into tabletop. And then we're going to make sure that our knees are underneath our hips, hands underneath shoulders. Before we walk the hands out a little bit more in front of us. Coming to baby cobra. We're going to lower ourselves down. Try and see if you can make it take a long time. Take as long as you can to lower your body down onto the mat. And then once you're here, we're going to draw the shoulder blades together, feeling that pull through the back, all the way down through the toes. And it's going to lift our chest and our head slightly off the ground. Hands are planted underneath the shoulders. Inhale and exhale, release. If your body is asking for more, with this next one, you can push all the way up to full cobra. But I want to encourage you to listen to your body and take up as much of the space as your body needs. With this next inhale, pushing through the hands, engaging the back, rising up. Checking in with the shoulders. Are they dropping away from the ears? Exhale, release. Beautiful. Go ahead and stretch the left arm out to the side. We're going to do a twist. Left cheek comes down to lay on the mat. We're going to push through our right hand, sending the right foot up and over the body. Just thinking about putting that leg as far back as you need. Taking up all that space. Maybe it needs to come down a little bit more. Maybe it needs to stay up. Playing with what feels right in your body. Exhale, come back to the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Stretching the right hand out. Go ahead and inhale, push through the left hand to send the left foot up and over the body. Right cheek is on the mat. Checking in with the body. Am I holding anywhere that I can release? And exhale, roll back onto your front body, bringing both hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push through the hands to send ourselves back up into tabletop. You can take a moment to adjust. And then from tabletop, we have two options here. You can tuck your toes and go into downward facing dog, or you can walk up through your tabletop to come to your forward fold. So starting now, you can push up through the feet into your downward facing dog, if that is the option that you are choosing, or you can start moving through tabletop to stand at the top of your mat. And if you're downward facing dog, we're going to start to walk our feet towards our hands, coming to the top of the mat, coming into our forward fold. While you're here, just letting everything go. We're grounding up through the heels, through the toes. Generous bend in the knees. Maybe you grab your elbows. Maybe you nod your head yes and shake it no. Just allowing everything to fall to the ground. The bottom half of our body is rooted and strong. The upper half is melting forward. Go ahead and plant your right hand on the floor in front of you. We're going to bring our left hand sweeping up. The right knee is going to bend. Left hand comes up towards the ceiling. Gaze follows. Exhale, release. We're going to switch hands. Left hand plants. Inhale, sweeping the right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. One more time each side. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, release. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, release. And then go ahead and just allow yourself to silk up this forward fold. Checking in, am I still breathing? Is there anything I can release? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. This next inhale is going to bring us all the way up to standing, but please feel free to do it very slowly. And if you start to feel dizzy, please feel free to sit down. We're going to roll up, inhale, one vertebra at a time, taking your time to arrive. The head is the last to arrive. And exhale, release. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the arms. Come on to the mat, facing the long edge. We're going to come into a wide stance. And we're going to really play here with taking up a lot of space. Okay, and as we're going through this movement, we're going to do some victory squats. But as we're moving our arms and our feet, maybe our intention can go to the idea of taking up as much space as we need. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, squatting down, knees follow the toes. Maybe this time you just stretch your hands out as far as you can to the sides. Maybe you even allow your heart to shine forward a little bit. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale, rising up. We're going to do that again, but first, let's give the arms a rest, bringing the hands to heart center. Whew. And maybe you shake them out. Yeah. All right. Inhale, sweeping them up, taking up as much space as you can on the way up. Exhaling down and taking up as much space as you can, stretching out through both of the fingertips to both sides. You're strong, you're rooted, you're grounded. Beautiful. And we're going to, before we stand, we're going to sweep the arms down. And then inhale, sweeping them all the way up, making a big circle as we stand. Beautiful. And rest the hands. Heart center. We're shaking them out. Beautiful. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up in a circle. Exhaling, victory squat. Arms coming out to the side. Almost imagining a tug of war between your fingertips. They're pulling, they're strong. They're bold and brave. Heart shining forward. Shoulders dropping away from the ears. We're relaxing our jaw. Drop the arms down behind you. Inhale, sweeping all the way up to stand. And release. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and take a minute to shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. Beautiful. Maybe even just taking a moment to move back and forth towards each knee, swinging your arms. Left knee is going towards left toes, right knee is going towards right toes, making it as dynamic as you can. Beautiful, and then settling back into stillness. Go ahead and we're going to find our way down to our mats. Again, just taking a moment to make sure you still have lots of space on each side of you. Rolling onto our backs, however you'd like to. Maybe you go down one vertebra at a time. Maybe you use your arms to guide you down. However it feels comfortable. And then when you're here, just take a moment to allow the hands to fall out to each side, wide and expansive. Maybe you stretch them out from fingertip to fingertip. Inhale. And with your next exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Hands come up and around the knees, hugging them in. Maybe you walk out your hips. And then go ahead and drop your left knee down, bringing the right ankle across. Maybe you stay right here, pressing on your right thigh. Or maybe you draw that left thigh up to your body. Those are both beautiful places to be. Release the twist, hugging both knees into the chest again. And with our next exhale, allow them to fall to the right. Left arm is stretching all the way out as far as it can to the side, taking up what you need. Maybe your right hand stays on your left knee to guide it. Shoulders are on the floor. Maybe your gaze follows the left hand. Hug both of your knees into your chest. This time we're going to drop the right knee down to the floor, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Checking in with what this side needs. Maybe you stay right here on this side. Maybe this side is asking you to grab that right thigh, pull it in closer. Release the twist, pull those knees in for a little hug. And then when you're ready, allow your exhale to guide the knees to the left. Maybe your right hand stretches all the way out as far as it can to the right. Gaze follows or stays at the ceiling. Inhaling back through center, taking a moment to hug those knees again, maybe rock out your spine, and then take any last movements you need before we settle into Shavasana. I would like to offer the option to do star in Shavasana, spreading your legs out as far as you can to each side, spreading the arms all the way out. But if this doesn't feel right in your body, you can choose any other version of this resting pose that you need. Our Shavasana will be 5 minutes long. I'll be here to guide you out. slowly allowing movement to come back into your fingertips and your toes. Maybe you take a moment to deepen your inhale and your exhale. You're welcome to stay in this place for as long as you like, but if the rest of the day is calling you, maybe you windshield wiper those feet back and forth. Maybe you roll onto one side, eventually pushing yourself up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining me today and for carving out these moments for your body and to take up space. I will see you next time.